Hello, this is Ron Ryan. Welcome to the third presentation in the Fixing the Leaks workshop. Where are the leaks? Where should you go to find the most common causes of customer attrition in your organization? First, let's identify the key customer touchpoints. Most companies and not-for-profits today have a website. Typically, the online sales process will drive those visitors who don't transact online to a sales center or retail store.
Almost all companies have a fulfillment or customer service group, or at least a person who delivers the product or service. And most organizations have some sort of repeat purchase or membership process designed to bring customers back for a repeat transaction.
This presentation shares the sources of attrition common to each of these touchpoints, while a separate deep dive presentation for each touchpoint provides in-depth analysis of these problems and how to fix them. Look for the links to these deep dive presentations at the bottom of this page.
We'll start our overview of the sources of customer attrition with the online sales process. It's important to recognize that this discussion applies even if your customers don't actually transact with you online. Your online presence is the first step of an important chain of touch points. So what are some common problem areas in the online sales process? They include: are you attracting the right customers to your website, but then offering them the wrong products or services? Or is it the other way around? Does your website require your customers to provide information at point of sale that they're unable or unwilling to provide? Is the look and feel of your payments page slightly different from the rest of your website? Maybe because you use a third-party payment vendor? Is your website easy to understand and use? Is it easy for users to find their way to a transaction that they would like to perform on your website? If a customer or new member wants to buy or join, is it obvious from the design of your site how a user can do this? Do you gather sufficient information on your website to follow up with users of your site who don't buy or transact? Is that follow-up timely and effective? Let's now move to challenges that appear typically in retail stores. Common challenges here include poor outdoor signage and lack of curb appeal. Is there a mismatch between the customers coming into your retail location and the goods and services you're selling? Is your store in a good location? Are you generating the right kind of traffic for what you sell? Are you attracting the right customers but selling the wrong goods and services to them? Does your in-store merchandising and product placement make sense for your location and your customers? Has your sales staff received adequate training about your products and services? Do you monitor their performance with customers? Is your store layout confusing or unappealing to your customers? Are your customers experiencing long checkout lines? Do you have any way of gathering up information so that you can follow up with non-buyers? Moving to your telephone order process or sales center. Here are some common problem areas. Can your CSRs explain your value proposition to customers? Does your scripting fully support your value proposition? And are your CSRs receiving adequate training and monitoring? What are your sales systems like, and do they properly support your CSRs? Is your CSR compensation properly aligned with your company's profit model? Are your CSRs incented to make sales that make you money? Are customers receiving adequate information about the after-sales process? And are your CSRs gathering up sufficient information at the beginning of the call to make follow-up calls to non-buyers who don't buy during the call. Here are some common problems we've found in this area. Are customers returning products due to misleading or inadequate sales descriptions? Are you receiving complaints from customers confused by your delivery process? Or are they confused by your packaging, or your paperwork, or even your business reply envelopes? If customers do call to complain, is your customer service and support responsive? Is your returns process simple and easy to use? Does your company or organization have adequate satisfaction monitoring? Do you know what your customers or members think of you? Moving now to repeat purchases, here are some common challenges. Does your organization track, at the customer level, purchases, preferences, and needs? Do you provide an easy or automatic means for repeat purchase? If you're not for profit, is there an automatic way to re-up and give every year? Do you have a complete and automatic way of following up with people who've purchased from you in the past? Do you communicate with your customers in the communications channel that they want to use? Do you track or monitor customer satisfaction? Have you built a feedback system to deliver bad news about dissatisfaction back to senior management? Do you have a way of adapting your offer to the changing needs of your customer base? Does your company's culture support the repeat purchase process, or is your company mostly focused on new sales? It's important to recognize that all these touch points are interrelated and connected. For example, what you do in your online sales process affects both your sales center and your retail stores. Your telesales operation and your retail locations will benefit from a clear value proposition on your website, excellent product descriptions and educational content on your website, call me buttons in your internet sales sequence, and web tools that permit customers to buy online and then pick up merchandise at your stores. All of which will result in lower costs and more sales in your sales center or retail outlet. Similarly, what happens in your online sales process and in your telesales and retail store locations affects what happens in your fulfillment and customer service organizations. For example, if anywhere in your sales organization customer expectations are not set properly regarding the product or service, fulfillment has to deal with it. Your fulfillment organization is going to have to deal with problems if the information on contractual or post-sale requirements, for example, signatures or returned forms, are not set properly at the front end of the organization. This is also true if your sales organization fails to default to profitable product choices or profitable payment methods and billing plans, all of which will result in higher customer survivorship and lower costs for fulfillment and your customer service organization. Finally, the complete customer service, starting at the website and then going to purchase and then to fulfillment, will, of course, affect the degree to which customers want to buy from you again. But that isn't all that affects repeat purchases. In addition to a great overall customer experience, you need to keep your brand promises. Things work better, especially in service businesses, if you can create an ongoing sense of community. Making the repeat purchase process easy, along with the referral process, will all result in higher repurchase and referral purchase rates, thereby growing your top-line revenue at a fraction of the cost. To summarize then, here are 5 steps to finding where the leaks are in your organization. First, identify your major customer touchpoints. Second, observe and measure customer behaviors at each of these touchpoints. Correlate any data you have on customer attrition. Develop and test hypotheses on how to fix these. And start fixing the leaks. This concludes Section 3 of the Fixing the Leaks workshop. To learn how you can get started with a program to fix the leaks in your organization, click the link to Section 4. You'll find it immediately below this presentation on the Ron R. Associates webpage. Also, to learn more about how to address the root causes of customer attrition, be sure to check out our deep dive workshops. These include presentations on the online sales process, the telesales process, customer service and fulfillment, and the repeat purchase process. Links to each of these deep dive presentations appear at the bottom of this Ron R. Associates webpage. Thank you for listening.